now she's got her own family. Oh my god, I love that for her, but I'm also so sad, but I love that for her. Hey everybody, welcome on in. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we are going to be reacting to episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. Very curious to see how Violet's journey is going to go from here. I feel like last episode was a really big episode for Violet in terms of character growth. She really kind of just absolutely went through it and then came out on the other side. And it was really, I mean, just in that one episode, it was like a whole journey in and of itself. And I really enjoyed that last episode. And I'm glad that Violet was able to sort of reach the conclusion that she did wind up reaching. And I cannot wait to see where her journey goes from here. Anyways, we are going to get into the episode in just a moment. But as always, just a reminder, I do have Patreon for just $5. You can get early access to the full uncut versions of all of my reactions, as well as some other perks, and it does also go quite a long way in terms of supporting me as a creator, so if you are curious, go ahead and check out the link down below in the video description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. I'm so excited to see the path that Violet is going to walk moving forward. What do you want to do today? Oh, interesting. Got a lot of leaves. Seems like it must be late autumn, maybe? Mommy's visitors. Oh, blonde-haired, blue-eyed doll. Reminds me of the doll we saw right in the beginning. And is that that's the umbrella, right? Aww. That's so sweet that she's using the umbrella / parasol. Bad news for some reason. Interesting. Huh. Miss Anne, Ojo-sama. Doll in the corner. Oh. That was a weird reaction. Oh, interesting. So I'm getting the sense that this is kind of like a bougie household. I mean, it looks really nice. You can see that it looks really nice, but even the fact that it seems like they have a maid or a housekeeper or something, and that maid referred to this little girl as Ojo-sama, which is usually like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they translated it to young miss, which, yeah, that's usually what it means. So I'm guessing this is like kind of an upper class household. This woman's reaction was really weird and quite interesting, where she kind of looked like almost pissed off. Like she looked at her almost with a bit of like disdain, and then she kind of put like a fake smile on her face. That was weird. I'm also just kind of looking at, so there's another doll here. There was also like a doll in, I think, like this corner when we first walked in. And then, oh, is her mom like sick? I see a little basin with like a towel. I don't want to see it. You know what? Fair. That is so valid. A doll. A real life doll. All right. Another job for Violet. What are you going to do with this mansion? Okay, yeah, so we're in a fancy house. Live here on her own. Huh. Oh, interesting. Oh, there she is. Oh, that's so cute. She's like, oh my god, this doll is the real deal. Wow. Oh, I love seeing that parasol. It makes me so happy that she's using it. Oh, I get tea and cookies? Nice. I mean, she's not wrong. Sunroom. Ooh, that sounds nice. The hard words are hard sometimes. Mm. Someone very far away. Huh. Okay, interesting. Kind of a vague answer. Ooh, oh, that's so pretty. She was bad news. What did my girl do? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, she's like, she seems like she's like sick. I thought she was like, I saw this basin, I thought maybe she was like recovering from a cold. But she seems like she's maybe chronic condition sick. Oh my, aw. Is there something wrong with her heart, I wonder? She was like clutching her chest. Grown-ups don't need lullabies. Sometimes they do. Hmm. Aww. Aww. Take you away from me. Aww. She just wants to spend time with her mom. Ooh. Just for 7 days. Aww. Oh, the music is really, really lovely here. I hate visitors. But I guess maybe you're acceptable since you're a doll. You'd have a tea party. I saw a tea set out there. Outside my expertise. I mean, fair enough. Okay, nice. Violet's like, what do I do with that doll playing with a doll? Yeah, she's like, I don't know how to use this thing. Aw. Violet's like, I see. I mean, exactly, yup. So true. Aww. Aww. But we were just about to play house. What do you mean? Oh. Aww. I feel really bad for her. Like, she clearly just wants to spend time with her mother. I don't know. I kind of get the sense that maybe her mother might not have a lot of time left because those people who left were like, what are you gonna do with this big mansion? Like, she can't live alone here. I think they said something to that effect. And then, I mean, she literally like collapsed and was like clutching her chest. So I get the sense that she's definitely not well and she probably hasn't been well for a while. And I feel like as much as parents sometimes try to hide those things from their children, I think children are oftentimes a lot smarter than they're given credit for. And I think children can kind of understand what's going on, you know, even if they're too young to like fully understand. Like, I think she very much understands that something is wrong with her mother. And I mean, she saw her mother collapse and she literally just wants to spend more time with her mother. Like, even just asking to take the tea and cookies, I think was just her way of wanting to go interact with her mom, even if it's just like a brief moment. And sadly, it seems like no one's letting her. Aww. Oh. Oh. That's actually really a nice detail to see her kind of like with the tools on her hands. I guess they would need maintenance every so often. Adjusting my arm. Confidentiality, okay. Stop using hard words, damn it. Yes, her father, okay, her father's gone. Okay. Died in the war, oh. That probably hits Violet pretty hard too, because Gilbert also died in the war. Aww. My girl just wants to play. Yeah, we've got a whole squad of dolls. Yeah, there are. Aww. She's so aww. Aww. That was cute to see. I mean, I feel like Violet is still very literal-minded, but I feel like she kind of got what Anne was saying there, you know, and she kind of played along like, yes, there are that many living dolls, you know? And I feel like that's actually pretty big progress for her to kind of be able to like play along with a child instead of answering in like literal factual terms, you know? Wah! Aww. That's sweet that Violet's reading to her. Oh, interesting. Aww. She's come to really like Violet. The order of priority. Aww. That's so sweet. She's come to like Violet so much. Oh. That's, oh, dude, I love how she's bonded with Violet. Aww, that is so sweet. Yeah, she wants her mom. I think all of the things that she's doing with Violet are because she wants to do all of those things with her mom, but her mom clearly isn't well. I don't know how long she hasn't been well, but it's pretty clear that Anne wishes she could have these moments with her mother, you know, like having someone, yeah, she's the one I want to read with. She's probably the one she wants to dance with and play house with and play with dolls with. Like all of this is because she can't do it with her mother, you know? Yeah. Aww. And squeeze her hand. Yeah. Aww. Aww. Yeah. She very clearly, like, kind of understands what's going on. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. It feels like she's getting worse and worse day by day. Aww. Aww. She knows that you're not okay, though. Aww. Aww. Nothing more important than you. Aww. You're not getting better. Aww. She knows, yeah. Kids are really smart. Yeah. She just wants to spend time with you. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah. That's so sad that she... And she's just been holding all of that in. It's for a good cause. Yeah. At such a young age, yeah. That's gotta be so hard. Oh, Violet. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Because I'm a Aw. Aw, she feels guilty for it too. And her dad's gone. Aw, I feel so bad for her. Aw. I feel so bad for her. She couldn't give her a hug. Oh my god. Violet. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad for her though. I feel so bad for her. Finished writing the letters and it was time to say goodbye. Aw. I hope she'll get to spend more time with her mother before her mother passes. Aw. Oh, that's so sweet, please! Yeah, she's a human. Are you by chance not a doll? As I said. Aww. She's so embarrassed. She's like, I thought that you were a doll this whole time. She wasn't bad news either, yeah. Aww. Aww. Yeah, aww, she'll be so happy to just... Aww. That's so... Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Aww. Mom is still alive. Okay, that's good. Aww, that's so nice that they're getting to do all these things together. Oh, wait, oh! Oh, no, those were just like memories. Oh. Aw. Aw. Oh, I'm so sad for her. Oh. Oh. They were all for her. Oh. Your mother loves you very much. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. They were for her birthdays. That is so sweet. God. Oh my god, to the age of our 18th birthday. Oh my god. Oh. It's a wonderful person. Oh my god. Oh my god, how many did she write? 20? Oh. Oh my god. Oh no, she's got got her own family. Oh my god, I love that for her, but I'm also so sad, but I love that for her. Oh my god. For so many birthdays. The next 50 years. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah. That's so sweet. Oh. 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 Oh, Violet. They will reach you, yeah. Mm-hmm. You and me both, Violet. You and me both. Oh. Loved one will always watch me. Oh my god. Dude. Are there episodes that aren't gonna make me this emotional? It's just gonna be like this every single time. Oh my god, that was so sad, but like so beautiful at the same time. I just oh my god. I'm gonna need a minute after that one. I'm gonna need a minute after that one. Holy crap. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about it. I actually feel like right off the bat they do a really good job of sort of setting the tone with just this dead tree, you know? Like this sky looks so bleak, it's gray, it's monotone, it's dreary. And then we have this I mean, again, like not fully dead, but it kind of looks like it's like a late autumn. And the leaves of not all of them, but many of the leaves have fallen off of this tree. And for a moment, I actually thought that we were at Gilbert's grave when I first saw this tree, because I can't remember. I might not be remembering correctly, but I thought there were some kind of like dying trees, or like not exactly dying, you know, but again, like leaves falling off of some very barren trees near Gilbert's grave. I could be completely misremembering, but this made me think like, oh, are we at Gilbert's grave? Because the tone feels so solemn with, you know, seeing these trees that once had all these like beautiful leaves on them, and now they're barren. And then even just like this tea, like this kind of, I guess it's not like a full tea set, but even just seeing this, I feel like seeing it now is really sad, because we understand the context behind so much of this opening scene, you know, like it's a table for two, but it's not being used because her mother is sick and isn't able to do a lot of the things with her that she would like her mother to be able to do with her. You know? And even just this opening scene with Anne, and yeah, that's really sad too, to see just like the leaves on the chair, almost like it's been forgotten, like it's just been sitting there forever. It actually kind of reminds me, interestingly, of the episode with the playwright and his daughter Olivia. The opening scene was kind of similar, where we saw just like leaves on the chair again, like almost like it's like a relic of a different time or something, like it's just been sitting there unused. But anyways, yeah, this opening scene is so much sadder when you realize the context of it. You know, she's by herself because her mother is sick, you know, so she's just kind of like trying to entertain herself because her mom isn't well enough to come with her. And I mean, also her mom was, I guess, talking to some people, I guess trying to get her affairs in order. But yeah, I mean, she's all alone playing with her doll because her mother isn't able to come out here and like play with the doll with her or play house with her. And I think the doll is also really interesting. I mean, dolls have been a metaphor for Violet throughout the series, but here I almost feel like in some ways the doll kind of relates to Anne here as well, because I think she's kind of been putting on a brave face, you know. I think Anne herself has been putting on a brave face, kind of like a doll, you know. And she's not emotionless like a doll, but I think she's been kind of trying to keep her sadness hidden, you know. Like she has that big outburst later in the episode, which tells me that she probably has had like a lot of pent up emotions that she didn't feel like she could freely express, you know. And I mean, even the doll itself has so many of Anne's colors, you know, with the reds and the whites, and like she wears a little yellow ribbon, she wears like a yellow dress, and the doll has like red ribbons and kind of like similar color hat to her sleeves. So I feel like the doll's color scheme being similar to her color scheme is probably not a coincidence, you know. And I think it's also very sad because it's like it kind of emphasizes her loneliness, you know, because it's like obviously a doll is not a person, but it kind of feels like this is all she really has right now, you know. So that the opening scene is just extra sad when you have the context of the full episode. And then this scene was also really interesting. Like I said, this woman's reaction was weird as heck. Further back, where she kind of looks at her with disdain at first and then gives her like this fake ass smile, like, oh, this little brat, you know, like that is a very interesting reaction. And I kind of get the sense that maybe these two people are like relatives, but they're like kind of money hungry relatives. Like they're hoping that they'll get some of her mother's assets once her mother dies, or that they'll inherit the mansion. Because I think they said something about the mansion. Like they were like, she can't live alone in this mansion. I think they said that as they were leaving. So that's kind of the sense I get, that they are just here for the money. And I think she maybe understands that, because later on, I don't remember exactly what she said, but I think she was like who would be so important that you're like even writing letters to them? Like no one even, it seems like no one even cares about you, or something like that. I don't remember the exact phrasing, but I feel like she might even be picking up on the fact that these people are not here with necessarily good intentions. And then, yeah, I want to double check this conversation. Yeah, hold on. What are you going to do with the mansion, I think is what she asked. Wait, what? But what about the mansion? Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty sure they're just here because they're probably hoping to inherit the mansion. She can't live here on her own. That's why we offered to take over the mansion, I'm guessing, is what they were there for. So, okay. So, yeah, that's interesting. And then it's also really sad to just see her kind of like standing on the stairs back here by herself, clutching her doll. Because once again, I think it just emphasizes her loneliness and also just how she feels. It's kind of like she's watching her mom do all these things with other people, and she's feeling lonely and sad that she can't spend time with her mother because her mother is preoccupied with other people or isn't well enough to spend time with her, which again, understandable. I'm not blaming her mother at all. Obviously, you know, she had to get her affairs in order, and the reason why her mother was having Violet write those letters, I mean, like, that was beautiful. That's it. That's so incredibly thoughtful of the mother to just make sure that Anne would always have a piece of her going forward, and to make sure that she would know how incredibly loved she is. But obviously from her perspective, she doesn't know that. She doesn't understand that. And so it probably just feels like she's constantly watching her mom like engage with other people, and she just wants her mother to engage more with her. And then, so much of this is so sad, but it's also really interesting to see kind of her conflicting emotions towards Violet, because obviously she's like, dang, that's so cool. It's like a real life doll. But then at the same time, she's taking time away from my mother. And that's time that I wish my mother could be spending with me. And this was also very sad to see. And she's like, whoa, she's like a real life doll, but also she sucks. But then this part is really sad when her mother just kind of collapses all of a sudden. And I think it's also sad because she kind of she kind of looks up and smiles at Anne, almost like she's trying to reassure her, trying to put on a brave face for her to make it seem like, oh, it's not that bad, I'm okay. But from her perspective, again, I think she very much knows, she very much understands that her mother's not well and that her mother probably doesn't have a lot of time left. So all of this must be very hard for her, you know, because it's like her mom wants her to feel like it's okay, but deep down she knows it's not okay. And even just the following scene and the leaves falling to the ground. The leaves falling to the ground just makes me feel like we've got limited time, you know, is what it feels like our days are numbered. And this is sad. Like, I'm okay, you know, she's trying to reassure her, I'll get better, don't worry. Aww, and she's so gentle and loving, and she just can't, I mean, she probably just can't bring herself to tell her, like, yeah, I'm dying, I don't have long left. And this is so sweet, like, I'll sing you a lullaby. Like, just trying to do anything she can to make her feel better. Sometimes grown-ups do need lullabies, you know, but even this, like, she doesn't really, I mean, like a typical kid, it sounds like she doesn't usually like to take naps, but she wants to if it means spending time with her mother. She's like, well, I want to take one day because it means I would get to spend more time with you. And I do wish that her mother had let her do that, but I kind of understand both perspectives because obviously from her perspective, she just wants to spend more time with her mother. But from her mother's perspective, I mean, her mother is still trying to convince her that everything is okay. So I think, like, from her mother's perspective, she doesn't want Anne to see her in, like, a really bad state, even though Anne has seen her in a really bad state when she's had, I don't know, you would call it, like, sort of like a fit or, like, a flare-up, you know? I don't know exactly, like, what illness she has, but I mean, literally just now, like, Anne saw her kind of collapse and she was holding her chest. But I think she's trying to shield Anne from seeing more of that, you know? I think in her mind, it's like, what if I let Anne stay with me and then I have another flare up and she's right here witnessing that? I think she probably just wants to make sure that Anne doesn't see those things and wants to protect her from them. But again, from Anne's perspective, she's just like, I just want to spend more time with you because deep down, I know that your days are numbered and time together is something that we can't get back. So I just want to be here with you. But again, it's like her mom doesn't want her to see her in like a really bad state. And then this scene with Violet and the doll was really, really interesting. It actually kind of makes me feel like Violet is looking at like a past version of herself, you know, because I mean, the doll, like, it has Anne's color scheme, but it looks like Violet, you know, it's got like the blonde hair and the blue eyes, and obviously Violet's been likened to a doll many times, and I feel like her holding it in the way that she is and just kind of staring at it like this, it's almost like she's looking at a mirror of the past, because obviously in the past she used to be very much like a doll, you know, she was very unemotional, she didn't really ever show many facial expressions, she was quite stoic, she didn't really understand emotions or anything like that. But then it's like, look how far she's come, you know, look at her in this episode. It's kind of like there's a contrast here, you know. This episode, she was so emotional, and she was also so emotionally intelligent, you know, she was able to empathize, she was able to sympathize, you know. So I really kind of just like the framing of this whole scene. And I think there's also maybe a degree of sympathy as well when she's looking at this doll, because it's like she's gonna be all alone, you know? Like, this doll is probably gonna be her only friend once her mother dies, you know? And as I've said, this doll has like the same color scheme as her. So it kind of also feels like there's sympathy there. Like, again, I think you could say Violet's looking at her past self, but I think she's also kind of acknowledging that this poor little girl is gonna be alone. And then this scene was also like, you know, again, it's just like every single thing she does is just like because of her mom, you know, like she wants to take this out there so that she can see her mom and interact with her mom, even if it's only for like 2 seconds, you know. She's like, let me take it because my mom's out there and I want to see my mom and I want to talk with my mom. It's an opportunity to spend some time with her mom, even if only briefly. And then I really liked this scene as well, because I think a lot of times when someone who has a young child is dying, we think a lot about the child and like how hard that's going to be on the child, and that's completely valid. But I like that we have this moment where we see the mother tearing up, because from her perspective, it's like, I wish I could be here for all of these things. I wish I could be here for all of these birthdays, for all of these moments. Like, I desperately wish I weren't dying and that I would be able to watch my child grow up. You know, I like that we kind of see it from the mother's perspective there for a moment, and we get insight into her feelings as well. I think that's really beautiful. And I have to say, I also really liked this scene because it's cool to see that she like travels with like an actual toolkit for her arms. Like, that makes total sense that she would have to do maintenance on her arms, but seeing her actually do it, it's just one of those things that I feel like makes the story feel that much more immersive, you know? Like, it's just kind of sucks you in to the atmosphere that much more. Like, of course she has to do maintenance, but it's cool to see her like actually doing that, you know? And God, I mean, the lighting is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I feel like this whole exchange is really interesting. And once again, it's she's got the doll again, which I feel like just kind of emphasizes her loneliness. Like, this doll is kind of her only friend, her only comfort right now. But I feel like, you know, as this all progresses, like, Violet kind of becomes a friend too, and I think that's really sweet. But I feel like even now she's coming into Violet's room because she's lonely, you know? She doesn't want to bother her mother because she probably knows that her mother needs to rest, but she's lonely and she's scared, and it's like she's seeking out comfort, you know? And then she's like, are you writing letters tomorrow? And also the next day and the next day. Like, I think she kind of just wants someone to talk to. And this whole exchange about her father was also really sad. Because my father's gone. Like, that's so sad. That big war. Yeah, she does know that big war. Died a hero. Just like Gilbert. And, yeah, I feel like Violet can very much relate to that, you know? Violet can very much relate to that feeling. And I mean, even right here, like, did you come to see me for something? And it's like, again, she's lonely. Alice went home and mommy already went to bed, and once again, I'm all alone with just this doll. I feel so bad for her. I feel so terrible for her. And then, yeah, seeing all of these scenes, and then it's like, it's all just because she wants to do these things with her mom, but she can't, you know? And it's, like, oh, it's so sad. Like, every single thing that she asks Violet to do, it's like she just wants to have those experiences with her mother, and she can't, so she's asking Violet. And I love that Violet indulges all of this, you know? Please tell me the order of priority. And I'm so glad that Violet did this for her. Like, I feel like it must have made her feel so much less lonely, you know? But at the same time, obviously, Violet can't fill the shoes of her mother, you know? Like, she still wants her mom, but I think it's really sweet that Violet did all of this for her, you know? And then, yeah, this whole section where she's like, I didn't want you to put that in my hair. I wanted my mom to do that. I wanted my mom to do all of these things. And I like that Violet understands. I think she knows already. She's like, yeah, I know. I wanted my mom to do it. I wanted my mom to, yup. I want to read with her, do riddles, play house with her. And this is so sad. Like, stop taking away my time with my mommy, Violet. Like, ugh. It's so sad because it's like, again, I think she likes Violet a lot, but it's just like, she desperately wants time with her mom, and she feels like everybody's taking her mom away from her, and it's like she knows her mom doesn't have a lot of time left and she doesn't understand. And it's also really sad when you think about the context of the end, where Violet's like, I was just fighting back tears the whole time, you know, because it's like Violet can't explain this to her. Like, no one's explaining anything to her, and she's so confused and so sad. Like, why is my mom prioritizing this over me? And it's like, yeah, like that must be so confusing for a child. And she's going through so much too, like watching her mom get worse and worse, and then also having lost her dad. And this scene was like, oh my gosh, man. Like, why she's, yeah. Like this gigantic release of emotion, you know? Someone who won't even come visit you. No one really cares about you anyway, you know? Like, again, it's really amazing how perceptive children are. Like, I think she understood that those people who were coming to see her mom about the mansion did not actually really care about her mom. They just wanted the mansion, you know? Mm-hmm. Ah. Aw. And then, yeah, is the letter really more important than me? I mean, she doesn't understand. There's nothing more important than you, and that's why she's writing these letters. Yeah, it's like she knows her mom's not getting better. She knows. And it's so sad. You're not getting better. And she can see that, and she knows. Yep. I know. Yep. I know. I'll be all alone once you're gone. Like, oh, that's so sad. And, her mom, too. Like, her mom, too. She's probably like, oh, I didn't want her to know that. I didn't want her to realize that. I don't want to leave my child alone. You know, like, there's just so many emotions going on in this scene. And even just this question here, like, how much longer will I be able to be with you? Like, how much time do we have left? Like, I just want time with you so badly. And, I feel like Violet must be just dying inside right now. I mean, again, she said she was fighting back tears the whole time. Like, this must be so hard to watch. I'm gonna be all alone anyway, then stop writing letters and spend time with me. No. Oh, and again, it just gives this air of like her mom just so desperately doesn't want to be alone, and or doesn't want to leave her alone, and like so desperately wishes that she could be there to watch her child grow up. Oh, but this scene was, oh my gosh, and and then the fact that Violet comes to her here, like, the time I'm spending with your mother's for a good cause. Like, this was just such a lovely scene. Yeah. Yeah. And I like how she tells her, like, you are so strong. I almost kind of feel like, in a way, Violet's sort of healing her inner child, you know? Like, I think she's absolutely saying this to Anne, but I feel like she's kind of saying it to herself a little bit too. But yeah, I love this. I love this scene. Like, oh my gosh. And it's so sad that she thinks that her mom is like in this state because she hasn't been a good girl. Like, that's so sad. I just feel so terrible for her. I feel so terrible for her. And just this display of emotion, like, why is this happening? Like, it's my fault. Like, I feel like she feels guilty. She feels responsible. She's like, I mean, there's so much here. And Violet's like, it's not your fault. It is. And it's interesting because I almost feel like her blaming herself is maybe one of the only ways that she can really process it, you know? Like, I think it's pretty natural in life to like kind of search for a reason for things, you know? And it's like, if it's not because I'm a bad girl, then why is this happening? Like, why? what's the reason, you know? And it's like, unfortunately, some things just don't have a reason. Some things just are, some things just happen, you know? But I feel like this might be one of the only ways she can really process it, you know? Like, there's gotta be some reason. You're wrong. And there's nothing that can be done. And then she goes, you're wrong. There might also be this sense of like, I guess like blaming herself for it in a way gives a bit of agency. Like, oh, this is the reason why my mom is sick. So if I just don't do that anymore, then maybe my mom will get better. You know, like the fact that Violet says there's nothing that can be done and she screams, you're wrong, you know? Just as my arms can never be soft and warm like yours are. But this is so sweet that, like, it's like your arms don't have to be soft or warm in order to give someone the warmth of comfort. And I love that. I love that contrast here, too. Like, I think she still felt very comforted by Violet in this moment. And this is so sweet that she just embraces her and lets her cry. And I think she might know deep down that it's not her fault, you know? Because I feel like this moment where she's just kind of like, Mommy, I feel like there's this sense of like acceptance. Like she knows that it's inevitable, that she knows there's nothing that can actually be done, you know? And what Violet says here just, I mean, it hits so much harder with the context. People have feelings that they want to express to others. And, aw, Violet's eyes here. There's a letter that doesn't deserve to be delivered, and it's like, ah. I just feel so terrible for everybody involved. I just feel so terrible for literally. And the fact that she hugs her even tighter, like, I feel awful for everyone involved in this. Like, oh, it's just so sad. And this tree again, and there's less leaves on it than there were in the beginning. Again, it's like your days are numbered, is what I get from this tree. Ugh, so sad, man. So freaking sad. And I just, oh my god, I really, I appreciate, like, everything about her interactions with Violet. Like, the fact that, like, this ending scene is so nice, too, where she acknowledges that Violet is warm, you know? Like, gives her a little kiss on the cheek, and then she's like, wait a minute, you're warm. You're not cold at all. And it kind of has a double meaning, you know, like literally warm, but also Violet herself has become such a warm person, you know, so understanding and so emotional and so empathetic. Like she's not a doll anymore, you know? She's a human being. So I think that's, and she's like, I told you what happens. But yeah, this is so sweet. She's like, wait, I thought you were a doll this whole time. Like a little embarrassed, but it's such a sweet moment because again, for me, the like you're warm has a double meaning there, which is really nice. And then I'm so happy that she did get to spend some time with her mother, you know, although I don't know for sure. I think some of these might have just been memories. I actually kind of get the sense that her mother died, like, maybe not that long after Violet left, you know, because a lot of these are, like, kind of got the sense that a lot of these were memories. Like, she's standing here by herself, maybe remembering the times that her mother was well, you know? Like, she's thinking back on all of these nice memories. I don't actually know for sure. I really hope they got to maybe do some of these things together after Violet left. I am thinking that maybe they did because the chair has moved positions, you know, like when Violet first got there, the chair was over here. So I'm hoping this means they did get to do all of these things and spend some time together once Violet left. At first, I wasn't sure if these were just like memories that she was thinking back on that had happened before Violet got here, but I'm thinking this is after Violet. So I'm glad she at least did get to have some of those nice moments with her mother that she was so desperately craving, But I mean, it's so sad. I feel so terrible for her. And then she's all alone. And, well, I mean, yep. And even the maid disappears. It's just her. But then, oh, this is so nice to like watch her grow up. I mean, obviously she's not like literally growing up, you know. I think we're kind of seeing like the future of what her life could be, you know, because obviously like when we get back to Violet, we're still in the present, so it's like time hasn't literally passed, but we're kind of seeing like what her mother hoped for her and getting insight into what her mother wrote, like. And that must have, oh my gosh, that must have meant so much to her when she did get that letter, you know? Like, that's what her mom was doing all this time. Like, yeah. But don't forget, like, how much you're loved. And it's so sad again. She's right where we first saw her, like, on that bench all alone, you know? And it is nice to see these shots of her, like, growing up, you know? Having friends and smiling and just doing like regular things, you know, continuing to live her life. But obviously it's probably very, very sad every time, you know, like happy and sad. It's probably very bittersweet, I would think, whenever she receives one of these letters. Like there's probably a lot of happiness, but then a lot of sadness because I'm sure she obviously wishes that her mother could actually be there. And I like, what I love about this sequence too is it's like, I think it really encapsulates like what a parent hopes for their child, you know, to have friends, to fall in love, you know, to have a family. Like she was thinking about all of these things and just wanting the absolute best for Anne all this time. And the fact that she wrote 50 years worth of like, that's crazy. Like, she just wanted her to know every single year, you know? But she just wanted her to know, like, how much she meant to her, you know? How much she loved her, how much she cherished her. You're the most important thing to me. Remember that I'm with you, you know? Like, oh, that's just... Oh my gosh, bro. This episode was... And then, yeah, like, have the family, like, oh, this is just so sweet. I'll always be watching over you. And then seeing Violet's reaction, like, oh, made me so sad. 50 letters. Like, that's so many. And by the time those letters arrive, like, her mom will be gone. Yeah, aww. And seeing this much, yeah, and Violet understood that she was lonely. Violet understood how desperately Anne wanted her mother, and also understood the feelings of Anne's mother, you know, having to leave Anne behind. She'll be left all alone. Yeah, oh. Oh. I love this whole scene, you know. I had to hold back my tears the whole time I was at the mansion again. It just shows she's come such a long way. She's come such a long way. Mm-hmm. They will reach her, yeah. Those feelings that her mom had for her, that Violet wrote into those letters, those feelings will reach her. But, no matter how far away she is. Yeah. And again, I think this has like more meaning than simply Anne's situation. I think it's kind of also true of Gilbert. Like, no matter where he is, no matter how far away, like, Violet's feelings will reach him too, you know? But, it's... to see the amount of emotion that Violet now has and empathy that she now has for Anne is a really beautiful thing. And watching her break down like this is... a loved one will always watch over you. Like, oh, it's so sad. But again, I think this sentiment is applied to both Gilbert and to Anne's mom. But oh my gosh, man, wow, that was rough. That was really rough. Does it get better? Like, am I gonna suffer this much emotional damage like every episode from here on out, or like do I get a break? Like, do I get a break after this, or is it gonna be this bad every episode? Because goddamn, this one was, oh my god, I feel like this episode and the last episode I was crying for like half the episode. But yeah, anyways, really beautiful episode, seriously incredible, like so many different emotions from so many different people that I think were portrayed incredibly, incredibly well. And I can't wait to continue following Violet's journey. It's been so rewarding and so satisfying thus far. So, wow. What an episode. Okay, I think that is all I had to say about this one, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Alrighty, and as always, it is time for our legend tier shoutouts. So, shout out to Abel Dark Rider, Savior of Nern, Gabriel Weiss, Ramune Ram, Ryan, Mikhail Mazareth, and Jet Cox. Thank you all so much for being absolute freaking legends. I really do appreciate ya. And on to the rest of the shoutouts.